we're going to just kick up our inequalities a notch and combine multiple steps involved. One thing we just have to be sure of is that if we multiply or divide by a negative, we flip the sign. So first one, drop a line, -7, bring down y over -6 is less than 2. Inverse is multiplication, and you get y, oh wait, I'm currently multiplying by a negative, so before I write down the wrong symbol, I'm going to change it and write greater than -12. Let's check it. Let's see. Yep, I can use 0, so I'll check 0. 0 divided by -6 plus 7. That's 0 plus 7, and that's true. So it checks. I'm going to put -12 at the center. It's going to be an open circle going to the right. All right, let's check out example 2. The directions kind of give it away and tell us that there's no solution, but I want to show you what no solution would look like. Although we know that we're going to end up with no solution, that's not really the important part. The important part is what we're going to see so we know what to recognize in the future. Before I do any sort of inversing or even drop the line, I'm going to distribute that 4. So I'll get 8x plus 12. So now drop a line, and remember you have to decide which side variables go to and which side numbers go to. So I'll put variables on the left and numbers on the right. -8x, so then bring it over here, and then they end up canceling on the left. So you get -3 is greater than 12. Now you can stop here if you want. You could bring the 3 over to the right if you felt like it. But if you see that something weird is happening, you can stop, and I get 0 is greater than 15. If you want to take it that far. No matter what point you stop, this is false. This is not true. This also, if you wanted to stop here, is also not true. That's false. Anytime you get a false statement, then you have a no solution. So you're looking for something where this is not true. -3 is not greater than 12. 0 is not greater than 15. So the answer to this one is that there's no solution. So while many inequalities have multiple solution, this one has no solution. Okay, let's try example 3. First, we have to distribute. So I'm going to write it down below and distribute the -7. Now I'm multiplying by a negative, but I'm multiplying it on the same side, so it's not going to have any impact really on my symbol change yet. -21, 28. Drop a line, add 21 to both sides. -7x is less than or equal to 49. Now here is the point where I'm dividing both sides by -7. So since it's impacting the other side, unlike when I was just simply distributing up here, it wasn't impacting both sides. Since that -7 is impacting the other side, this is when it flips the direction and you get x is greater than or equal to -7. So I'm looking for that, and that's actually up here in choice B. In this example, I need a mean score, which means the average score has to be at least 90. When we filled in that chart, we said at least 90 means greater than or equal to 90. If you want to get at least a 90 on a test, that means that you want to get a 90 or higher to advance to the bonus round of a trivia game. What score do you need on the 5th game to advance? So right now, let's figure out, pause the video and calculate how many points do I have now. So out of these 4 rounds, what have I accumulated so far in terms of my points? Write that down and then play the video and I'll continue with you. So assuming I've added correctly, I got 352 points. So if I want the average to be 90, that means that I have to add round 5 to 352, and I want the average to be at least 90. So essentially I'm taking round 1 plus round 2 plus ... all the way to round 5, dividing by 5 rounds, and I want it to be at least 90. Now I've already calculated everything except for round 5. So I know 352 plus round 5, which I'll call x, divide by 5 has to be greater than or equal to 90. So let's solve it. In this one, I actually have to get rid of the 5 first. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 5. 352 plus x is greater than or equal to 450. And when I subtract 352, that gives me x has to be greater than or equal to 98 points. So if I get at least 98 points, means 98 points or higher, then I've won and I can advance to the bonus round. Now, you could have figured out 98 points on your own, but I want to model it using an inequality so we can practice with that skill. If you have any questions, write them down and ask me when you see me next.